Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk to you guys about the power of saying no. So listen, hear me out. Why would you want to say no to people? Why would you want to say no to certain things? Well, guys, listen. Saying no is by default saying yes to something else. So for example, right? Let's say I go in my house, right, and I see donuts, right? Or I see cake, or I see cookies, or I see something sweet, something good, something that I want to eat, right? That tastes good. Well, by me saying yes, or I'm sorry, by me saying no to that, by me denying the donut, denying the cookie, denying the cake, what I am saying yes to is either an extended period of no food, if I'm fasting, for example, or if it's time to eat, if I'm hungry, I'm saying yes to maybe some oatmeal or an apple or some eggs or a 8-ounce chicken or something like that, right? Something healthy. So that's just but one example. But what we have to realize in life is that if you don't have a no, you don't have a good yet. Like to the degree that you don't say no to things is the degree to what you say yes to. Meaning, like, if you don't have a strong no, like if you can't say no, then by default you're saying yes to things that typically probably aren't valuable, right? Now, unless you're saying no to the right things, like saying no to parties, saying no to drugs, saying no to people asking you to do things when it interferes with your goals, so on and so forth. But the power of saying no is extremely important, because if you can't say no, if you're a yes man or a yes woman, and everything that you encounter, you just say yes to. Yes, I'll take the shot. Yes, I'll wear this. Yes, I'll eat that donut. Yes, I'll go to this movie. Yes, I'll go hang out with these people and watch this sports event. Yes, I'll go do something that has nothing to do with my goals in life. If you don't have a no, then you have no yes, right? Because you're just at the whims of whatever comes, right? And what I really truly think this boils down to is most people obviously don't have clearly defined goals or values, which is one thing. But on the other end, some people don't they have a fear of missing out, meaning, like, let's say you're at a party, right, and everyone's eating donuts, everyone's eating cakes, or everyone's eating cookies, right? If you say no, well, you have a fear of missing out on the joy of eating that food or whatever. But you also have a fear of not fitting in. You have a fear of not being loved, right? And one of the top fears that we have as humans is the fear of not being loved, the fear of being basically kicked out of the tribe, right? So that's always going on in our mind subconsciously. Wait, if I say no to this donut and I'm in this group setting, are people going to like me? What are they going to think of me? Are they going to think I'm hard-headed or I'm too serious, right? And to an extent, you're not wrong. Like, they might think, like, hey, you're too serious. You're too, take it easy. Don't be so serious. Loosen up, right? This is what people say. Or, let's say you say no to one of your buddies that you usually go out with, or you went out with in the past. Like, hey, maybe you went to the club, or maybe you went out to eat, or you went to the movies, whatever. This time you say no, he's going to be like, oh, what's gotten to you, bro? What happened? I thought we were cool. You switched up on us. Don't be so serious. Oh, man, every time I ask you to hang out, you really work too hard. You really be putting a lot of hours in at work. You're at the gym all the time, this and that. And then, obviously, like, they'll try to shame you and make you feel like you're doing something wrong. But guys, listen, and like I've talked about, fitting in with others and how it's a big trap and everything. But moral of the story here is you have to value your no. Because to the degree you value your no, you don't have a yes. You don't have a valuable yes, right? A valuable yes for people who have clearly defined goals is, hey, you say yes to extra hours at work. You say yes to healthy food. You say yes to learning a new skill, right? You say yes to the things that matter. And one thing about saying no is you're going to have to say no to a lot of things in the world. And it's funny because, in the Bible, I don't know if it's an actual verse, but Jesus says, be in the world and not of it. So when you're in the world, yeah, hey, I'm alive. I'm around these people. I'm working with them every day. I see them in public. You're in the world, right? You're on social media. You see what's going on, but you're not of the world. Meaning you're not in the thick and thin of everything that they do. You're not listening to that type of music. You're not eating that type of food. You're not consuming that media. You're not going to those similar events. You're not in the world. You're not of the world. You're not of what most people do, but you're in it, right? So that's kind of a good big picture perspective to look at when you say no. Is, yeah, I'm in the world, but I'm not of that. I'm not of junk food. I'm not of going out and partying. I'm not of the people that go to the club. You're in the world, but you're not of it. And saying no is basically being in the world, but not of it. So, like I said, it can be scary if you're starting out, or even if you're, some ways along on your self-development journey, or you're trying to kick a bad habit, or you're trying to develop a new habit. It can be very scary because we've had friends, we have family members that we've grown up with for decades, and all of a sudden when you say no, everyone's looking at you like, hey man, what happened? Because we've been together, we've been cool for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. All of a sudden I don't see you around anymore. I don't see you at the club anymore. What's going on, right? And it's a narrow path, and in the Bible it says you can't serve two masters too. So it's like, yeah, you can want to be part of a group, but you can't be, like I said, and I mentioned this in other videos, you can't be partying, doing this, hanging out over here while simultaneously trying to be over here, working hard, trying to make your goals a reality, doing all the good things. It's not gonna work. So I think a lot of people are double-minded, and to the degree that people are unable to refuse certain things or say no to certain people is to the degree that their level of success and fulfillment and happiness is, right? So, a lot of you guys have goals. A lot of you guys are trying to kick bad habits. A lot of you guys are trying to make money, live a good life, live the right way. And I'm just here to tell you that the power of saying no is one of the most important things you're going to have to develop if you want to really make it far and get to the mountaintop of whatever you're trying to accomplish. So, definitely, if you have trouble saying no, start with the little things. Like, hey man, I'm not going to eat that donut. And then next time, something pops up, this person asks you to hang out. No, I can't today. So you do it little by little, right? Because once you get on the no train, it becomes easier. Like I had someone, like I said, I'm not always saying no to people. But, sometimes my dad calls me, or my mom calls me, and they're like, oh, you barely come and see us. Or, why don't you come and see us? You don't like us anymore. Or sometimes even my girlfriend, she's like, oh man, we only see each other 2 times a week, and she doesn't have a problem with it, but she'll just, play around and joke around about it. But it's you guys get the point, right? So you're going to have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. And sometimes that means, like I said, being alone, doing the thing that's hard, doing the thing that no one wants to do. And sometimes, like I said, that's what it's going to take for you to get to that next level. So definitely develop your power to say no, and watch the magic happen, guys. So yeah, that's it. That's all. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe. If you guys have any questions, anything, leave them down below. And as always, I will talk to you guys soon. Peace.